نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Again, my dear sisters, I hope everyone is well. Inshallah, we will continue our series or attempt to make the best out of this blessed time, the month of Ramadan, which is awaiting us. And we will talk today about the treasures of Ramadan, meaning when we leave Ramadan, Allah willing, inshallah, in health and in afiyah, what aims other than taqwa? Of course, we talked yesterday about our focus. Focus is Allah, la ilaha illahu. There is no God but Allah. In Him we trust, Him we love, in the utmost, manner. In Him we fear, Him alone. Nothing else we fear as we fear Him. So yes, this is our main focus and goal. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah's pleasure. But other than that, also there are treasures which are mentioned in the Quran, in the ayat about Ramadan or about fasting. And we want to focus on these treasures as well. And we do not want to leave Ramadan without taking these treasures as a kind of booty. Booty is maybe a little bit negative, but you understand my meaning. And then we read the ayah of Siyam in Surah Al-Baqarah, which I mentioned yesterday as well. This is ayah 183 in Surah Al-Baqarah. In this ayah, Allah mentions that Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. Allah has made obligatory upon you as-siyam. The word siyam is also very interesting. It means fasting, of course. The Arabs used to say that when they want to train their horses, and they would make the horses stay without food and drink for some time. And why would they do that? Because they wanted to train the horses to be able to endure hardship. And these would be then, of course, even a better quality of horses if they can endure hardship, because hardship is part of life and hardship is part of, becoming successful. Nobody who is successful has become so without some kind of hardship. Isn't that so? Yes, so you need to be able to endure hardship if you want to become successful. There is no other way. So, this is only one of the meanings of siyam. So siyam and sabr, we could say, goes hand in hand. Yes, because enduring hardship, what other word is there to describe enduring hardship? To have patience, to be steadfast, to be able to continue to do something, even though in the first instance it is not as rewarding or sweet or easy as you would wish it to be. Yes, but still you keep on doing it. Still you keep on treading this path of being patient, of being steadfast in this manner, even though it might be hard or it might be difficult to go on this way. So this is something, of course, sabr and siyam, it goes hand in hand. If you are not patient, if you are not able to be steadfast, you cannot fast. It's not possible. Yes, and as I mentioned yesterday, if you want to fast properly, like fast with your eyes and fast with your tongue and fast with your ears and fast all over, then you have to be very, very patient. So sabr is, is a attitude, or is a rather a characteristic with which we want to live in Ramadan. And also after Ramadan, inshallah, we will have a checklist and we will analyze ourselves. Have I become a more patient person after Ramadan, after 3 months, after 6 months? Am I, and patience in Arabic, sabr, does not only mean to stop yourself doing something. Oh, I have to be patient, I cannot speak right now. Like we see patience most of the time as something, as not doing something because you are patient. Yes, you don't speak in a manner, or you don't get upset, or you don't show that you are upset. So you're being patient. But in Arabic, if you say sabara, yes, somebody is patient, it means, or it can mean multiple things. It can mean that you are steadfast in doing something. So it's very active. Yes. For example, you keep on fasting, you keep on praying 5 times, you keep on being a modest person, even though it is completely out of, what can I say, out of trend, Yes, it's not, trendy to be modest. It is not trendy to be shy, even, to be shy in a way which is, connected to modesty. That's not trendy, but still you keep on doing this because Allah loves these qualities. Yes, al-haya'u, the modesty. Actually, it's not modesty. Haya actually means shame, but because in the English and even in the German language, in my language, shame has been, it has acquired such a negative connotation that we don't use shame anymore. We only use it to if you want to rebuke someone, shame on you. Yeah, but shame, actually, it's a beautiful quality. It's part of Iman. It comes from the same root letters as life in Arabic. But, this leads too far away from our topic. So, sabr, being steadfast on keeping on doing, keeping. Even though it's so difficult, nobody else is doing it. Or maybe the people who used to do it, they're dropping out left and right. She used to pray 5 times. She used to be a good Muslimah, but now, because of her new job, because since she has children, since this and since that, and you see left, right, there is no stability, but you keep on doing what Allah has commanded you to do. This is sabr. This is sabr. And it's not easy, but Allah can help you. And sabr also means in Arabic to avoid and keep on avoiding the things which displease Allah. So you do not shout because you are angry about something, or you do not go to the haram even though it's so attractive, and so forth. And then the third component of sabr, and they're all, interconnected. The third component of sabr, being a patient person, means to restrain or refrain from reacting in a negative way when a calamity strikes. Yeah, so somebody, na'udhu billah, Allah protect all of us. Somebody, a beloved person dies or something, Allah protect all of us. And you react or you say something which is unbefitting. You should not talk like this. You are a servant and you talk about Allah or, about anything in a way which is, it's not okay. Yeah, it's not okay to talk like in this manner. So all of this is sabr. So siyam, meaning training of sabr. In this month, we train to be patient people. We taste. How is it actually to be patient? I wonder, how does it feel to be patient? So in this month, we can actually experience it. So about the second treasure of Ramadan, about this I talked yesterday, so I will not repeat it again. This is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, taqwa. And taqwa, my dear sisters, Allahu Akbar, may Allah make us from the muttaqeen people. Is there anything more precious than taqwa? Yes, is there anything more precious, more worthy of going after it, pursuing it with all your being to become a muttaqi person? Do you know all the rewards which are connected to being a muttaqi person? I wish, inshallah, maybe we can have a separate talk only about the virtues of taqwa. Allahu Akbar. It can fill books, the virtues and the benefits of taqwa, but inshallah we will leave it for another time. Then in the same verses mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah 183 and the following few verses, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps on speaking to us about Ramadan. And he mentions that شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. The month of Ramadan is the one. Why is it so special? What special things happened in Ramadan? The Quran was sent down in it. Like the beginning of the revelation of the Quran started in the most virtuous of all months, and this is the month of Ramadan. And what is the Quran? Why is the Quran so special? It's the speech of Allah. It's hudan linnas. If you read the ayah, it is a guidance for all human beings. وَبَيِّنَاتِ مِنَ الْهُدَى, and a clear explanation of the guidance, wal-furqan, and a clear distinction. So all of these characteristics are connected with the Quran. Allah make us grateful for this greatest of all blessings. The Quran was sent down in this month. How special. How wonderful. Yes, for example, some ladies, they are so upset, which I don't recommend really, because, even Allah forgives if somebody forgets something. So we shouldn't be, but okay, let this, just an example. Yeah, my dear sisters, only an example. Some ladies are very, very upset if their husbands dare to forget about their wedding anniversary. And I'm not, going into the discussion at is this halal or is it not halal? I mean, the Prophet ﷺ did not celebrate wedding anniversary. Let's just say this. But okay, whatever ulama you are following and whatever opinion you are having, we can tolerate each other, inshallah, you know, and wish the best for each other. But okay, let this discussion be, you know, let this be for the moment. But some women are really upset that how could you forget such a special day? Why is it so special? Because we got married on that day. It's a special date. It's not like all other days of the year. It's special. If you love me, you know, they go very far in the discussion. It gets really deep, you know, that if you love me, then how can you forget? How can you not celebrate? How can you not, you know, have a special reserved corner in your heart for this special day? Yeah. So this makes, you know, perfect sense to us. But how then we cannot celebrate in the month of Ramadan the greatest blessing ever sent down on the earth, which is the greatest of all treasures, the Quran, the speech of Allah, which is a guidance. Which is a guidance. What means guidance? That without the Quran, you were not able to rescue yourself from the hellfire. Do you know that? There is no other way. There is no other guidance. Yes, somebody says something which is right, and then someone else comes and says something which is right, and then your conscience says that, yeah, I think this is the right way. Okay, these are different tools which Allah has given to the human community, that yes, I gave you conscience, I gave you a clear mind, and there is a truth in your heart and in your fitrah, you know, your natural, let's say it's instinct, which is, you know, fitrah is a little bit more than the instinct, but in your, you know, natural tendency, there is a truth as well. But without the guidance of Allah, what would happen to us, my dear sisters? Right now, you know, the majority of all human beings are not living according to the guidance of Allah. Can we say this without being rude or something? Can we say that much? Yes, that right now it seems as if most of the, you know, majority of people right now on earth, they do not live according to the guidelines given in the Quran. And is the earth right now a very peaceful place? Can we say this? Yes. Are the families thriving, flourishing? You know, are children happy, and, you know, everything is being harmonious and mashallah balanced and everything is nice? No, my dear sisters. And this is only dunya. You know, when we return to Allah, then we will see the whole, you know, scale of what really are the consequences of turning away from the Quran. The real consequences of turning away from the Quran. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive us. So, celebrating a connection with the Quran, this is also one of the greatest treasures of the month of Ramadan. I will give you, inshallah, in the end of this class, I will give you few to-do tips. Yes, what to do in the month of Ramadan, how we can have a nice schedule, or, you know, do a little bit of planning, so we can really do our best to achieve and really take these treasures with us when we leave Ramadan. So Quran, yes, Ramadan and Sabr, hand in hand. Ramadan and Quran, it's not even hand in hand. It's together. Yes, it's not hand in hand. It's like those, you know, those people who like twins. How do I call them in English? You know, they are born and they are together. Yes, it's one part of the body, they are together. This is like Ramadan and Quran. Yes, it's one thing. It one and the other, they come together. Yeah, this is, you understand my meaning. Then Allah continues to describe in these few ayahs about the month of Ramadan that Allah wants ease for you, and Allah does not want to make things difficult for you. You know, so we should also celebrate this, that Allah makes only 1 month for us obligatory to fast, not the rest of the year, and other blessings of this month of Ramadan. And then Allah mentions something, وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ, and that you praise the greatness of Allah. Why? Why is Allah the greatest? عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ, because He has guided you. But again, if we are not really grateful for being guided, for having the opportunity to live according to the guidelines of Allah and the Quran, then why would we praise Allah's greatness and proclaim Allah's greatness? وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ. You know, when we say takbir, tukabbiru, can you see it's from the same root letters? Takbir comes from kabir. Maybe some of you have learned a little bit of Arabic. Kabir means big, and akbar means the greatest, biggest. Yeah? And tukabbiru, you proclaim the greatest, Allah being the greatest, being the highest in our hierarchy of, you know, of whom we obey and whom we fear and love. The top of this pyramid of hierarchy is Allah, and Allah alone. And why? Why is He alone, the one to be worshipped, the one who is the greatest, the one who is the highest, and nothing is higher than Him? Because He can only give you guidance. No one else can give you guidance. He is the one who gave you the Quran. No one else can give you the Quran. May Allah make us people who understand the preciousness of the Quran. Because otherwise, I'm talking, we will not understand each other. Yes, if we do not, I'm saying the whole time, it's like, for example, I'm talking to my 6-year-old son. Yes, I'm saying, oh, look, Yahya, these are diamonds. Yes, but he looks at them and says, yes, mashallah, they're very shiny, very nice. And he plays with them and puts them away, forgets them, loses them, I don't know, maybe throws them out of the window, because they are for him only shiny little pebbles. He does not know. He does not understand. He cannot appreciate. Yes, so if we are not able to understand, and may Allah open our hearts, the preciousness and the i'jaz of the Quran. I'jaz meaning miracle. No one can produce anything like the Quran. It's only the Quran and nothing else is equal to it. Then we would celebrate Ramadan. Then we would really worship Allah in Ramadan. Or at least, let's say, we would be more able, in a better way, able to do all these things in the month of Ramadan. So, what do we want to practice and understand deep inside our hearts? That Allah is indeed the greatest. Nothing is like Him. Nothing is equal to Him. Yes? So fear nothing like you fear Allah. Love nothing like you love Allah. Trust in nothing like you trust in Allah. Because nothing is with, nothing is over, na'udhu billah, and nothing is, even under Allah for a long time. There is nothing, because only Allah is khaliq and everything else is makhluq. Only He is the creator. Everything else is creation. Yes, there is no comparison. Not, far, in the farthest distance, there is no comparison. Laysa kamithlihi shay. Then another treasure. So we want to recognize that Allah, indeed, Allahu Akbar. We do not want to only say this. Remember, empty rituals. No. We don't want to be the people of empty rituals. We want to, when I say Allahu Akbar, I mean it. I mean it. We want to be people who say what they mean, what they feel in the heart. Sidq, truthfulness. Not only say something, but then in your routine life, somebody else is the greatest. Yes, somebody or some idea or some idol. Some idols cannot be touched, yes? Some idols are in your mind. Na'udhu billah, may Allah protect us. But somebody, something else has taken the place which belongs to Allah alone. Yes, even though your tongue is uttering the same statement again and again. Yes, Allahu Akbar. But I will dress like, the newest trend commands me. Yes? And I will speak like the normative society commands me. And I will spend my day in a way which seems normal to normative society, even though it contradicts the teachings of Allah. So who is the greatest in your life? Be truthful to yourself. Be honest with yourself. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive all of us. Another treasure, my dear sisters, is عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. Beautiful. And in order that you might be grateful. We fast. We suffer hunger and thirst so that we might become grateful. Yes. Because by doing so, we remember how lucky we are the rest of the year. We have to eat, we have to drink. How much more blessed we are than those people who cannot find food and drink so easily. We are so grateful for being guided to such an opportunity of acquiring reward from Allah. Like yesterday I told you, whoever fasts, he will have this and this reward, and every day at the time of breaking fast, Allah frees people from the hellfire, etc., etc. These are opportunities. Yes? Somebody who is called to a very, prestigious private school. Yes, but, this private school is known for its, harsh discipline and, tight schedule and everything. But, if your child makes it to this very prestigious private school, you don't say, oh, no, he will have a very tight schedule there. I will not send him. No. Yes, because it's prestigious. Yes, and you understand that, of course, hard work and high level in society, it goes hand in hand. So you will send your child. Yes, even though it might cry. So if we understand that in the month of Ramadan is an opportunity for us, then yes, we will become grateful people. And of course, as well, grateful for being guided. Allahu Akbar. If you would understand the what Jannah is, what paradise is, because guidance means what? To be guided to this wonderful place. Yes, because Jannah is the expression of Allah being pleased with you. Yes, it comes all together. So tashkurun, when we leave Ramadan and in Ramadan, in all our lives, in the rest of the year as well, we want to be grateful people. Gratefulness, sabr, taqwa, Quran, 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 gratefulness. Allah is the greatest. Can you see the treasures of the Quran, of the month of Ramadan? These are the treasures of the month of Ramadan. And then Allah continues to speak about something which is also very, very connected to the month of Ramadan and all our lives as ibadullah, as servants of Allah. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. And if my servants ask you about me, then indeed I'm near. I respond to the call of the caller. Or we could also say, I respond to the dua of the ones who makes dua, who asks, supplicates to Allah. إِذَا دَعَانْ, whenever he supplicates to me, whenever he calls me. So, فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. So they should obey me. يَسْتَجِيبُوا, literally it means they should respond to me, they should answer me. But here it means they should obey me, because you're answering the call of Allah, meaning you follow him, you obey him, and they should believe in me in order that they might be rightly guided. Yarshudun, to find rushd. Do you know the name Rashid? It's a very, popular name in the Muslim world. Yarshudun, rushd, to go on the straight path and to walk on it, constantly. It's not the direct translation, but this is the meaning of being a Rashid person. Yes, actually it also means to be mature in a positive, very positive meaning, to act maturely, yes, to be in your senses. This is also one of the meanings of rushd. And this, the more guidance you have, the more maturity and the more wise and sensible you will become. Yes, so this all comes all inclusive, I would say. Yes, with guidance comes all the rest. Yes, sabr will come with guidance, gratitude will come with guidance, rushd will come with guidance. But how? فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. Obey Allah. Yes, they should obey me as well. I listen to the call of the caller and I respond to the call of the caller whenever he calls me. Isn't that so? It doesn't matter how far away you are from Allah, the way back is always one step. Isn't that the truth? Yes, so then what kind of servants should we be if this is Allah, our Lord? If this is the way he deals with us, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are few of the treasures which are only mentioned in the Quran. Of course, there are much more, but I think many of the other treasures of the month of Ramadan, they can be subcategorized in these categories, maybe, if we have these major categories of the treasures of Ramadan, our aims and goals in the month of Ramadan, then indeed we feel very, very blessed. Yes, so to do, what can we do? How can we enact, these very abstract, maybe for some, maybe too abstract goals of the month of Ramadan? What can we do? Nowadays you can also find online very many schedules for the month of Ramadan. Some of them are really beautiful. So if you find this helpful, to have a schedule, to know what to do every week, every day of the month of Ramadan, in a written form, you write it down, then mashallah, very good. Yes, but I know that some people, they feel nervous and they think, this written schedule is like a threat hanging on the wall, and, they only feel pressure, and, sometimes it's not very helpful for them. So do whatever is suitable for your personality and your lifestyle. Yes, but again, have the firm intent to do the best out of your Ramadan. Yes, of course, a mother who has small children will not have as much time as a mother who has older children, or who is not a mother, a lady who is not a mother, and so forth. So you look at your life and you do the best of your personal Ramadan. That's, of course, that's common sense. So what to do? First of all, and this inshallah will be the topic of our next few days, return to Allah with proper repentance. Make, like they do in the shops, inventory. Yes, properly analyze yourself and really be honest with yourself and look at yourself and your life and your character and everything and your dealings with other people and properly find out, this is not okay. I should ask Allah for forgiveness, to forgive me. This was not okay, that was not okay, and do proper tawbah to Allah. But again, we will talk about this in the next few sessions. So inshallah, I don't want to dwell on this any further. Next thing to do in Ramadan, as I just mentioned in the list of treasures, dua, dua, dua. Some people find it helpful to have a small booklet or a list of du'as, written down. Like the scholars say, the best du'as are from the Quran. We have du'as in the Quran, yes, and from the Sunnah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But again, whatever du'a you make with proper intent and ikhlas, sincerity, this is the most important, of course. Some people, which I find very beautiful, they have a small diary or something, and whenever a good du'a comes to their mind, sometimes you feel inspired, and you have a good du'a, then they write it down so they can do it on a regular basis. This is also very beautiful, and ask Allah for big things, because we are all sometimes very small-minded in our, concerns. Ya Rabbi, I want this new pair of shoes or something, which of course you ask Allah for everything. Yes, even for that new pair of shoes. But don't forget, you still have to return to Allah. You have to, educate your children. You still have to return to Allah and stand before Him. So you need big help, big time. Yes, so remember these issues as well. Oh Allah, forgive me. The forgiveness dua is very important. Yes, the dua for forgiveness is the most important, I would say. Dua for rahmah, dua for good children, good offspring, big duas, because it's a big time. Yeah, it's a special time. So, maybe it's a good tip to have a list of duas. Nowadays, you can find online so many nice duas. You have apps. Yes, so open your app and do all the duas. Do dua for other people as well, for your parents. Very important, for your children, not only for yourself. So this is also very important. Then reading the Quran. Plan your Ramadan. Yes, your reading abilities. Plan. I want to finish one Quran in the daytime and one Quran in the Salatul Tarawih, for example. Yes, others who have a lot of time, I want to finish 3 Qurans this month of Ramadan. Others are not so fast in their reading. I can manage 2 days, two pages per day, for example. So you manage your reading ability yourself and really try to stick to the daily routine and read your Quran daily. Of course, it's even better if you do your tilawah and you read, if you're not able to understand the Arabic, you read your translation as well, if you can manage. Yeah, wonderful. What could be more wonderful than to understand what you are reading? Then, of course, a little bit of pondering, reflecting, thinking about what you have read in the Quran is also very, very precious. Yes, some of the ulama used to say that 1 hour of reflecting about the Quran or thinking, pondering about the Quran is like worshipping Allah in the night. Yes, so they knew what they were talking about, because this deep thinking about the Quran, this opens up your heart. This changes your course. Yeah, you were going away from Allah, but now you come back to Allah. Why? Because you had some insight. Yeah, so this is very precious. Try to think a little bit about the Quran as well when you are reading it. Then also, yes, normally, Subhan Allah, in normal times, you should try your best to spend some time with righteous people. But Subhan Allah, Allah is, testing us right now. We cannot be with people as we would like to. So may Allah, give relief and ease for us. But maybe if you can, with your families, in your house, with your spouse, children, do some quality time, read some hadith together, so to create an atmosphere of righteousness. Very important. Yes, because Islam is a religion of community. Yes, normally we pray together. The mosque has a big role in the community, and so forth. Another very important thing in Ramadan, which we learn from the hadith, that the Prophet ﷺ was always generous. Always, he was very generous. But in Ramadan, he was like his generosity was like the fastness of the wind. Yes, he was everywhere, giving. Give a lot, or if you cannot give a lot, then at least give regularly. Give some alms and charity to the needy, to those who need help or need assistance in whatever way. So think about others as well. It's not only about ourselves. Give and help and assist, by the means of charity, giving charity and helping others. Yes, so these are some things to do. Maybe you can make a plan right now, so you really can take advantage of the month of Ramadan. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا, my dear sisters. Inshallah, till we meet next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وليس أعلى الشان من حملة القرآن